Okay, so we're back at Firmament, and the spire got raised in the last episode. Right now, I'm thinking about going down to that area over there, but we got to figure out how to get the crane to help us out with this. So right now, what I want to do is get to that switch over there that's on the ledge, so I can move this bridge out of the way. Because the whole thing is there's a path back there, and we have to move this ice block, but before we do that, we have to move this bridge. So there we go. So yeah, it goes up back there somehow. Alright, so let's get this lined up to the ice block. Oh, it must have been a little bit low. Oops. There we go. Right about there. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Alright, so we got the ice block lifted out of the way. Now what? So we got our opening down there to get up that path. And somehow get over there, I'm guessing. And so far the ice is still running to that part of the factory over there.
We understand.
Gotta check and see how I can turn this. It looks like it's a little too close to this side of the cliff wall. So we're gonna have to move it forward a little bit. Actually, let's see here. So really, my next plan, it's not right. Just gotta move back a little bit more. Yep. Just a little close. But it's almost there. Well, what my objective is actually is to get back to that platform over on that building that it started on, because we have to get back down the stairs. So we have to start turning this over that way and put it back where it was. It seems like it's almost there. I get that glare of the sun on the window. Oh, there we go. Oh, I gotta lower it quite a bit. Move it forward a little bit first, and then we'll lower it. A little bit more. I guess you can use the shadow as kind of a guide on the cliff wall. It looks like about right. There you go. That should do it. So I should be able to get up there. All right, here we go. Yeah. Kind of wanted to take a closer look around this whole machine here, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a circle. So that's where the ice drops in. And there's a close look at the grinding gears. And somehow this is still rotating. A symbol kind of reminds me of something I've seen in Cyan World games before, like that pen symbol. Similar to that pen symbol that they put some.
We eat.
So I gotta. This platform is tricky for some reason. You have to find the stairs or you can't get down. Yep. Unlike most games where you can just kind of jump over those things. Alright, so the ice block is still up there. Time to find our way up here. Oh, and remember, I have the extended adjunct reach from the upgrade recently, so I can reach a little bit farther now. So that one shouldn't be a problem. Back when I first started playing this, I was pretty close to finishing another game called Abduction by the same developers, and I noticed a lot of similarities in, I don't know, kind of like the architecture, I guess. Not 100%, but I mean, it kind of reminded me of stuff from Abductions. And the universe was kind of a weird similarity. But it's a different story, of course. But here we go. We found some kind of elevator over here, and here's that door I can open from the other side. So that thing's raised up in the sky with that what looks like some kind of a area at the top that you can go inside. But how to get up in there is the next thing to figure out. Oh, here it comes. So everything is quite rusty in this place. Alright, so this is gonna just take a look around because I'm a little lost around here. There's the crane from below. It's quite a spectacular icicle river or icicle waterfall. So the next task is to figure out what that big dome structure over there does. And how it connects to that big building over there. For some reason, when I first played this really heavily reminded me of like one of those air part hatches, like the thing that people walk through to get on an airplane. That's exactly what I was thinking. It was like something to walk through, but it's like a conveyor belt for these copper-looking buckets. So I was way off in my speculation when I was looking at screenshots back then. I thought it was going to be like some way to get on some kind of spaceship or something.
We understand.
But anyway, it's got some interesting looking architecture over here with statues. Looks like they're holding some kind of globe or something. That one's pointing out or something, reaching out. So obviously this big pipe that goes from that dome to the base of this building, whatever it is, looks like some kind of water processing plant, I guess. And that's quite a drop down there. One thing's for sure, the architecture sure makes you wonder what it's all about when you look at it. It's like really unfamiliar. I mean, familiar and unfamiliar. I mean, you can see stuff like this similarly on Earth, but not quite in such a, I guess, artistic way. Symmetrical or whatever. Sometimes, I mean, most of the time, pipes like that you see are just kind of random and
I imagine your journey, your questions. It makes me laugh and weak. Will you ever have the answers?
I don't know. Will I ever have the answers? Let's see, what does this say? Curievale Reservoir. Responsibilities of the keepers. The tasks. Inspect metal and concrete for damage, repair if necessary. Inspect heating pipes and elements for damage, repair if necessary. Monitor water temperatures, correct any deviations. Monitor water quality, correct any deviations. Monitor water level, correct any deviations. Inform other keepers in the realm of any deviations. Inquire from other keepers in the realm of any deviations. Confirm with the factory and processing keepers that the ice and coal supplies are well stocked and of expected quality. Vita sustinere debet per firmamentum. Okay. I know that means something, but I forget, so I'll have to figure that out later. I mean, if you didn't know what this place was about, it kind of seems creepy sometimes. It's like a eerie place in a way. Or maybe that's just my experience with other games that have similar environments that most of the time are action. Well, this machine, I don't have what I need to get it started yet, I don't think. Let's check around and see what I can do. Labor together, keep together. Okay, so this one says concatenated electrode, and I don't think I have an upgrade for concatenated connections, so I can't use that yet. Uh, we keep. Let's see here. Just taking a look up at the dome ceiling. Yeah, so I don't know if I can do anything with this yet.
We are keepers.
What does this do again? Furnace furnace cathode, so whatever. Nothing's working in here so far. Might as well check this thing out. I know I'm going to need to come back through this way eventually when I reach another place. So, let's see here. You can literally, I think, if I remember, you can connect from one place to another place through these things once you have connection to it. Alright, so now we're going to figure out what this whole other belt does. Because this one's not doing anything yet. This environment is like just so, it's like pretty cool. I just love it. It's not probably one of my favorite of the whole game, but it's cool in its own way. I really hope that eventually there's like an expansion for Firmament where they add more to the story sometime, because it really does need more. But it's pretty cool. All right, so that wasn't too hard to figure out. And this looks like it will probably turn that on. Oh, here we go. So, looks like we got coal coming through this side. Where it's coming from, I don't really know. It was more obvious where the ice was coming from. It's not so obvious where the coal's coming from. It's like they missed a part where you were supposed to do something to get the coal coming through, or it just kind of, I figured maybe they would have done something also where you had to go to a location to get the coal connected, but it is what it is. It would have been more environments to look at. Like, where is that coal coming from? It's probably just like stored in a factory structure somewhere. But there it is, coming through towards the machine with the ice from the other side. So obviously coal and ice. This is obviously something to do with water filtering. Cathode fault. I don't know why I'm checking this again, just for curiosity. Concatenated electrode not functional. So I'm guessing I'll just take a look at what's going on in the Swan for now, I guess, and come back.
We are keepers.
It's a whole suspicion when you first play to go back because maybe something changed. So you want to go back and see if anything's different when you left it. Because after all, you're kind of thinking this is time travel and you just went through time, so what happened if I go back?
Tanner taught me a new story. The lies I had been taught resisted this new story.
So this is an obvious difference right here. Something happened to the center.
Oh, they prepared us well. They gave us everything we needed. They gave us life, hope, and purpose, and answers. They gave us a name, the Keepers. Regardless, there are more important things. You must begin to prepare for the assembly. You must do things that have never been done before. You must do things that I can only imagine, and have even imagined for a little of my life. I only wish I could see it. Awaken the embrace to prepare.
So yeah, this is an obvious difference here. Something's opening up on this. I don't know. And then another thing. Let's see, that's the same. This room's that we've seen already. It looks like, yeah, it's nothing really has changed as far as I can tell, other than that thing in the center. But it's nice coming back here just to look at everything in awe. It's amazing architecture. It's like a planetarium, I guess, in some sense. So yeah, nothing has really changed in the rooms that I can tell other than this thing in the middle, I think. So we're gonna head back. Alright, so here we are. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is look at the passageway across from this dome structure and see if we can do anything in there. So yes, here we go, off to the other side to see what's going on. Okay, so what's this whole hall about over here? Corridor, or whatever you want to call it. These mysterious banners with eyes on them. Somebody watching us? It makes you wonder. No steam, so we need to do something to create steam. Well, I'm at a loss at the moment. And it's been a few months since I've played too, so I forget. Well, obviously, that's some kind of furnace in the middle. So this is some kind of, well, steam machine. Steampunk steam machine. But how it works, I forget. It's a steampunk steam machine. For some reason, I felt like going back just to see if something else has changed. So here we are back at the Swan.
Keep the missions, they told us. And I believe them. And we did it well, preparing for the arrival.
So the fact that there was dialogue tells me that something must have changed. That didn't change, that's about the same. The mentor kind of pitches in when something's up. So this door is still. Wait a minute. There's a door open over here. This one is room 1016, I think. Let's check it out. So, very fancy looking desk here with some blueprints of some kind. Not sure what they're representing. It's maybe something to do with that big machine in the middle. And a very nice painting. Looks like he's using 4 different colors: blue, cyan, black, and red. Oh, orange too. It's actually, it looks, I think it's 5 colors actually. So, I have no one to share my agony with, and so I write words. How many have I learned, and even with such new ways to describe my feelings? I do not have any of these words left to express my sadness, my anger, my how. How did it all come to pass? The truth, unbearable, the void, so boundless, so cold, and so dark. I am struggling, grasping for understanding, comprehension. For Turner, a dark power, a monster, even he, only a tool in such a dark objective and plan. How could such a darkness be handed such power? That's interesting. So who's Turner? And who is the person that wrote this? Did he seek it? Did it seek him? Does it always seek such servants? Was I a servant myself? Am I like him? We were all the keepers of what? We were were naive souls, nourished by lies and then by his own dark power. How could he? How could I? I saved them, and I lost them. I was compelled. But what now? What of me? Trapped, solitary. The burden of my knowledge and deception steals my joy and my breath. My heart hurts inside of my chest. An emptiness of time stretches out before me, and there is only me left to fill this time. I wonder if this is the journal of the mentor who talks every once in a while. The loneliness. How does a human live with it? The truth, the lies, the confusion. How does a human know? I am adrift, floating to nowhere in my own agony. Is there hope? Will this plan save us? Can I save myself? I wish to rid myself of such beautiful deceit, but I wonder if such desire is even possible. And a very heavy strike of a pen stroke at the bottom. Frustration for sure. So that's it for the journal. But the painting's nice. Trying to remember living on a planet, I guess. So, we've read this already. So, this is the same thing as that last one we saw. So, where am I heading to now? Such interesting architecture, very decorative. The biggest mystery of this room is this big spinning globe and the walkway that goes to the center at the top. And for what reason? I don't even know what that's supposed to be. It looks like some kind of engine part. A motor of some kind, I don't know. Something that helps with the rotation of this, I guess. It's very quiet if it is a motor. So again, I'm just always curious if stuff happens in these rooms too. When something changes in one area of the place, you always wonder if something else is gonna be different. But it looks pretty much the same. I don't see anything changed in here. I still wonder if you can ever make sense of all those circles or if it's just decorative. In my opinion, it's mostly just decorative. but it's supposed to have some form of function. We just don't understand what function it is. It might be whatever guide helps map out this area to the rest of the areas or whatever. I don't know. But we're gonna check out this new place, St. Andrews, we haven't seen yet. Because I can't think of anything else to do in Curievale at the moment, so we're gonna head over this way. Well, this place looks warmer. So we've got quite a nice looking environment over here. Green, things are growing, sunshine, some kind of a canyon. So a very beautiful blue looking sky with cloud formations. You can hear some birds. I don't know if you can ever spot the birds, but you can definitely hear them. So, this just really strikes the curiosity when you see the expanse of how big the terrain is out there beyond the balcony. Looks like it can go on for miles, or at least a few miles. And
We understand.
yep, anyway, a lot of hanging vines and stuff up on this structure over here. It's more relaxing. I like hearing birds. The warm time of the year when it stops being cold and you start hearing birds more. Well, you hear birds during the winter too, but it's different when it's like warmer. It's a lot more active. So, got a little picnic area here or something. Oh, we've got another. What's this all about? Firmament maintenance requisition, conservatory, and there's a blue line for a track crane at the top here. And something looks like it broke. Track damaged, replacement required. And there's all these different vaults here. Oh, so at the top right, there's crane access. And at the bottom, there's this thing called a pod. And then all these different vault numbers. Vault 1A. Okay. So, what's over out there on the other side over there? I can see some kind of a structure. And plenty of pipes everywhere. No shortage of pipes in Firmament. There's pipes everywhere.
This almost seems so puzzling, but such is life and learning, problems and solutions. I think I have solved this final problem well.
Sure, sure. Uh, I remembered how hypnotic and beautiful this music was for this place. It's the sound of being inside of a clock, kinda. You know what, when the clock strikes 12 or whatever, and then it does that little song or whatever? It's kind of similar to that almost. That's what this music sounds like, but in slow motion. Yeah, I mean, that's usually how most of Cyan World's music is kind of back to Mist. Mist music kind of similar to that. You get a lot of Silentic Age vibes from a
It
lot of
was
this
here,
stuff.
in the sea vaults, I first met Turner. He came to observe. I heard these stories by then. Oh, I wish you could remember. And yet, I'm glad you did not.
So there's definitely a lot of vines hanging all over these.
We are keepers.
So it looks like some of these vault doors are open, so we're gonna try checking out some of the insides of them and see what's going on. You could sleep to this music, it's so relaxing. Does music does kind of have a feeling of loneliness. Like echoes through space. That's what it sounds like. Echoes through space. Well, this is. Let's see here. Just checking out to see what other doors are open. Oh. So, some kind of passageway through the vault here with a couple vaults that look like they were open. And like these are another thing where I was wondering when I first ever started playing if I was ever going to be opening these to see what's inside of them, but it's really just part of the level design. You don't really interact with it. It's just there to make you wonder what it was all about. Like why are half of them open? What were the purpose of them and everything? So, we're in some sort of giant greenhouse thing here. And definitely things are overgrowing. And there's these saucer shaped platforms, whatever they're for. But I guess we can start opening these doors from the outside, from the other side here. Hmm. It is very Mist vibe music. See, I mean, if you compared this to the classic Mists, then you wouldn't be complaining, because I mean, this is like something a much greater achievement than that game, and you like see these people in the community, like, oh, it could be so much more than it was. It is more than a lot of things that they've created in the past. Mist was like small compared to this.
We are keepers.
I mean, if it comes to like there are other games like Mist 4. Mist 4, I would say, was a much deeper story and more lengthy. So I don't know, but that's a different universe. So Mist 4 Revelations was pretty good. One of my favorites of the whole series. Sorry, I start getting random and talking about other things here. But there's platforms. We gotta figure out what those platforms do. So we've got a ways to go still till we figure out what's going on here. As usual, I'm saying we as in talking to myself and everyone else. It's such a habit I cannot seem to break. But let's see here. There's definitely a lot of switches in the middle column over there, all the way up and down, so that meant for easy access, I guess. And then that one seems to move that one. So I don't know where to go from here at this point. So that vine definitely is blocking the way. We can't go through there. So I think I'm gonna go up one more level. And I think actually that's it for the video. So hope you all enjoyed.